Family is calling him a hero, the 12-year-old boy who died near Gila Bend while apparently trying to get help for his dying grandfather on a hiking trail. ABC 15's John Erickson spoke exclusively to some of the family members. And John, they say this doesn't even seem real. I can only imagine.
Katie, the family having a hard time making any sense of what they're learning about this situation. One family member tells me that as young Robbie ran for help for his grandpa, he never gave up, he just gave out. 12-year-old Robbie Miller's last hours alive were spent being brave.
As a 12-year-old boy, watching his grandpa, go through whatever he went through, I can only imagine that my nephew just took the keys and ran as fast as he could to try and get as much help as he could for his grandpa.
Robbie and his grandpa, Thomas Gillespie, were hiking a wilderness trail near Gila Bend. Authorities believe Grandpa had a health emergency and Robbie took Grandpa's car keys to go for help. An overnight search ended with authorities finding their bodies miles apart.
I know that with each of their last breaths that they were doing everything that they could for the other person that was with them. I know that Tom would have never done anything to put Robbie at risk, and I know that he did everything he could to help him.
The family says Grandpa was always well prepared and very likely did bring water along on this trip, but something went wrong.
He's more than a hero, trying to save his grandpa, trying to do what he can for somebody else.
Robbie's aunts say that if there's any bright spot here, it's that Robbie spent his last day alive with someone he loved so much, his grandpa. Family members are spread out around Arizona, some of them in Utah, so it is going to cost a lot to bring them all together for the funeral, never mind the cost of the funeral itself. The family does have a GoFundMe account set up. They are taking donations. If you want to make a donation, we have a link on this story on abc15.com.
They should know the whole valley is thinking of them right now. Thank you. People who knew Tom say he was a special man with a special job teaching in a small high school set aside for teenage parents. The principal for that school says Tom was one of the kindest people she's ever met.
This is going to be really tough for us. I think that he was just very committed to what he did, and he was also very caring.
As was mentioned earlier, that family has now set up that GoFundMe page to help cover the funeral costs. It's in the name of that grandson who you see there, Robbie Miller.